Tonight's MTV Video Music Awards may have been one of the biggest nights in music, but fans across the globe were left with one burning question. Where were BTS? For the first time since Jimin earned his first solo MTV VMA nomination, the world expected to see at least one of the members stepping onto the red carpet in New York. Yet as the lights dimmed and the winners were called, the 7 men of BTS were nowhere to be found. Why did Jimin, along with the rest of BTS, skip one of the most important stages in global pop culture? The answer takes us deep into a story of military service, long-awaited reunions, and the group's commitment to their future. Let's break it down. The year 2025 has already been monumental for BTS. Just a few months ago, the group achieved something that fans have been waiting for since 2013, a full reunion. After years of staggered military enlistments, solo projects, and scattered appearances, Jimin, J-Hope, Suga, V, and Jungkook finally completed their mandatory military service in South Korea. Jimin himself was discharged this past June, walking out of the gates with Jungkook by his side, greeted by cheering fans and flashing cameras. It was an emotional moment, not only for the members, but also for the millions of fans who had counted down the days. This reunion set the stage for a new chapter. In August, J-Hope, who has often been the group's bright communicator, uploaded photos of the reunited septet in Los Angeles. Not only that, he included rare glimpses of the recording studio. The message was loud and clear. BTS was back together and already preparing new music. And that is exactly why they decided not to appear at the VMA letters this year. For Jimin, this decision carried extra weight. His solo track, Who, released as part of his album Muse in July 2024, earned him his very first MTV VMA nomination, competing in the category for Best K-pop Song. Jimin went head-to-head with some of the industry's biggest names: aespa, Jennie, Jisoo, Lisa, Stray Kids, and Rose. It was a tough lineup, and when the pre-show announced the award, the trophy ultimately went to Lisa. She, too, did not attend the ceremony, and instead sent a pre-recorded acceptance message. Still, the absence of Jimin and BTS was felt heavily throughout the night. For years, BTS has been a staple at major American award shows, delivering unforgettable performances and taking home some of the most prestigious prizes. But this time, their focus was elsewhere. The group had just reunited, and rather than making headlines on the red carpet, they chose to lock themselves away in the studio, pouring their energy into creating the next album that will define their legacy. In July, the group had already made their intentions clear. In a joint statement to fans, all 7 members revealed, "We'll be releasing a new BTS album in the spring of next year. We're also planning a world tour alongside the new album. We'll be visiting fans all around the world, so we hope you're as excited as we are." This wasn't just an announcement. It was a promise, a signal that after years of waiting, ARMY could finally look forward to a global comeback that would shake the world. Once again, for Jimin personally, the journey to this point has been profound. During his discharge speech in June, he expressed gratitude to fans and reporters who had waited for him. "It's been a long time," he said, "from the pandemic to military service. Now that we're back, we'll work hard to show you what we've prepared." His words were filled with both relief and determination. He continued, "Now that I'm discharged, I think it's time we continue drawing the picture we had in mind. We'll prepare well and share it with you soon." That picture, it seems, is bigger than any single award show for BTS. The VMA letters this year were less important than the opportunity to regroup, recalibrate, and focus on what truly matters: their artistry, their fans, and the music that has always been at the heart of their journey. Let's not forget, BTS's history with the VMA letters is already legendary. From winning Best K-pop multiple times to performing smash hits like Dynamite and Butter, they have left an indelible mark on the stage. Missing this year's show doesn't erase a legacy, it only adds to the anticipation for what they'll do next. After all, when BTS makes a move, it's rarely small. Their return to the VMA letters, whenever it comes, will no doubt be monumental. Meanwhile, Jimin's solo era deserves its own spotlight. His album Muse was a defining project, created while he was still fulfilling his military duty. The nominated track, Who, stood as proof of his resilience and creativity, a reminder that even during one of the most challenging times in his life, his passion for music never faded. Critics praised the album for its sincerity and vulnerability, and fans embraced it as another layer of Jimin's artistry. The irony of him missing his first solo VMA nomination ceremony is not lost on anyone, yet as fans we must look at the bigger picture for Jimin and for BTS. Skipping the VMA letters wasn't about turning their backs on global recognition. It was about prioritizing what comes next. It was about seizing the rare moment of being together again, in the same city, in the same studio, and channeling that energy into something that will outlive a single awards season. When Jimin spoke to Billboard upon his discharge, he reflected on the hardships of military service. Military life wasn't easy, he admitted, but I'm grateful for the memories. If you see a soldier on the street, a warm gesture can mean a lot. His humility resonated deeply with fans who saw not just a global superstar but also a young man who had endured and grown through his service. That growth will no doubt echo in the music he creates from this point forward. So, while tonight's VMA letters may have missed the sparkle of BTS on the red carpet, the truth is, something even bigger is on the horizon. 7 men, stronger than before, reunited and ready to share their vision with the world. Their choice to skip the ceremony isn't a loss, it's a promise of something greater. Army, brace yourselves. The next chapter of BTS has already begun.